Happy Valentine's Day. My name is Chef Sherry Ronning, and I am here February 14th, and I am going to do a kind of a broad topic here and discuss meatless meals, and particularly meatless meals that you can make on the griddle. The reasoning is that today, even though it's Valentine's Day, it falls on Ash Wednesday. So today for us that, us that are Catholic and practice the meatless meals, today is one of those days when we don't have meat. So I'm just going to show you some of the things that I do for Ash Wednesday, and then also the Fridays in Lent. I counted in the calendar and there's 7 of them. So 7 is the type of meals in it. For us, it seems like sometimes it's hard coming up with meatless meals. We like meat in our house. We eat a lot of meat, and it's just something that has been in our diet, but we eat a variety of different meats. So I have all kinds of recipes, and this is my cookbook, Recipes for the Blackstone Griddle, and I do have several meatless meals recipes in there. So this is one of my favorite. This is where I'm gonna make this today. In this, we have breakfast for dinner all the time, and so especially during the meatless meals, we will do that. But a lot of people, even if you're not Catholic, a lot of people will do Meatless Mondays is a pretty popular one. Just to cut back a little bit, it's less expensive to do a meatless meal than it is to acquire meat in it. And let's see what else I have here. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to kind of go through. I bookmarked a few of them in here. This is another one, a breakfast. So the cinnamon swirl pancakes, which I usually do this one on holidays. This is more of my holiday recipe, but sometimes I get a hankering for it and I really like it, and we'll do that. And what else do we have here? Go through it quick. Well, that we did that. Eggs, another thing is pretty popular. Like I've done scrambled eggs, fried eggs. I've done the cloud eggs. I've done the egg patties that you can do like egg sandwiches with, and just take and remove the meat out of them and just do just a meatless sandwich, breakfast sandwich, which is really good. This is one that I did. I've done a few different versions of this, is crab cakes. So this was a mushroom crab cakes. I did a lion's mane mushroom crab cakes, which are really, really good. And that's something that you can easily do on the griddle. And let's see what else I got here. Pierogies. This is one of my family's favorites. We do pierogies all the time, especially when we have cabbage coming out of the garden. We will do pierogies quite a bit. So this is a staple that's in our household, which happens to be no meat. So vegetables, griddle vegetables. There's all kinds of different griddle vegetables. The smashed potatoes. I've done the glazed carrots. This is one that I'll do during Thanksgiving time, which is a really good one. All different kinds. Squash. I've done, all different kind of vegetables. And we're actually going to do some here. I'm going to show you how easy it is just to whip it up really quick. And naan bread. This is a really good one for, like, you can make naan bread and do like a pizza with it. You can do like just a cheese pizza. You can do breakfast. I've actually done a smoked salmon pizza with this. And is bacon considered a fish? No, bacon is not considered a fish. So I'm not sure if that's my brother. Is that my wonderful brother there? So garlic naan bread I've done, which is something that I will do with spaghetti. Like if I do a meatless spaghetti, I will do something like that with it. But all different kinds of options in my griddle cookbook. You can find this on FromMichiganToTheTable.com. You can go to mygriddlesecrets.com, and it's on there. So I guess let's get started. I do have some, let's see, I'm going to try this. This is something that I've never done before. I'm going to try to show you different pictures of things that I've already made just recently. And I want you guys to know this is my 100th video on YouTube. So if you haven't watched any of my videos, you need to go watch them because I have now 100 videos on YouTube. So this is awesome. I've been wanting to reach this milestone and I'm super excited that I got there. But I'm going to keep on continuing making videos. I'm not going to stop. Now that I have 100, I will keep on going. But let's try this. I'm going to see if I can show you pictures of things that I've done. And let's see. Grilled cheese sandwich. This is one that I did the other day. Was it yesterday? Did I do it yesterday? And so good. I did the 3 cheese. See, this is a combination of the different cheeses in there. And there's tips to make the perfect grilled cheese sandwich. So you're going to have to watch that if you didn't watch it before. Pancakes are something else that I absolutely love on the griddle. I have done pumpkin pancakes. This is a blueberry pancake that I've done. My favorite is a chocolate chip pancake. Yes, I know chocolate chip pancakes are for kids, but I love a good chocolate chip pancake. And so there's all different kinds that you can do. And let's see if I can bring this other one up. Scrambled egg sandwich. This is so brings me back to my childhood when my mom used to make this for us, and it is so good. I made one not too long ago, so if you missed that video, you need to go back and watch that. And it's a super good sandwich. So let's see. Let's get started. I'm using my Blackstone electric griddle. This is a 17-inch. I have the dial set at 350. It's preheated and we're all set to go. So I'm going to just make a couple different meatless meals for you. And you can go in the description. I have an actual link that will take you to 75 different recipes that I have, meatless meal recipes. Some of them are griddle, some of them are not. So it's kind of a mixture of both, but it just gives you like an idea and gives you, sometimes I need to look at something and say, oh, that's what I want to make tonight. That will, it just kind of brings something that I haven't made that one in a while and I really want to make it. And so it just gives you some ideas. So make sure to go in the description and get that link. I will have that in there. But we're going to do a cinnamon swirled French toast. I'm going to do a fried egg, and then I'm going to just saute up some vegetables. I was going to do vegetables and noodles, but I went to go get leftover noodles, and somebody ate them already. There were a whole bunch of them in there, and they got eaten without me realizing it. So I'm just going to saute up some vegetables. So let's get started. Remember, if you're using stuff, this can be done in a saute pan on the stove. This can be done on your outside griddle, the gas griddle. I have the 36-inch Blackstone, and I also have the 22-inch that I use out there. But when I'm making breakfast stuff, I usually will use the cooking spray. You can use butter, but butter tends to brown. So it will turn to brown butter very quickly, and then you don't want it to burn. So that's one thing that I use. If I use it in a pan on the stove, that's what I usually use for cooking with. So with this recipe, like you're not going to want to use, I wouldn't suggest using olive oil and something like this. You could use like a vegetable oil, but so I'm just going to spray just lightly here. And I'm going to cook the egg and the French toast at the same time. So I'm kind of figuring out where I want to position my stuff. I'm using this special bread. This is a bread that I've searched out. We get this at Orchard Lane Country Store in like Manistee, Caliva area. They make awesome bread. And so I like the good homemade bread, and a cinnamon swirl is perfect for this French toast. So this is what I like to use, and this is my tip, it's got the nice perfect, it's got the raisins cooked right into it. It's so delicious. So I have a scrambled egg that I just have one egg. I have a splash of milk in there. I have some cinnamon and some vanilla I use in there. So super easy. I just whip that up really quick. And with French toast, you don't want your bread, you want to just dip it and get each side coated very well and then put it on. You want to hear that sizzle. It's perfect. And I like to take and just kind of gently press down so that it adheres to that griddle. That is super important to get it so it's nice and golden brown. And we're just going to leave it and we're not going to fuss with it. So I'm just letting that go, washing my hands so I don't cross-contaminate. And then I'm going to do the egg. So I'm just going to do a fried egg with this. You can use these and do egg patties with it. You can do scrambled eggs. It's all up to you what you want. I'm just going to do a simple fried egg. Go like that. And these are super simple. Remember, I greased my griddle already. And I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper to mine. I like to season mine as it's cooking. And it's just something that I've always done. But with this, I don't like runny egg. I like my egg like medium. But this is so pretty, just like up like this. I'm going to use a dome lid so it will actually cook the top, and I'm not going to flip it over. So this will work as an oven and kind of cook the egg from the top, but it'll also cook on the bottom. So the French toast, it's been cooking maybe a minute or so. I'm going to get this out of the way and get my eggs out of the way here. And the French toast, this is one thing you want to let it cook and only flip once. Don't keep on flipping with it, because you won't get that nice brown color. And you can see as it's cooking, you can see like around what it looks like a little bit, and kind of just be patient with it. I did peek at it just a little bit, and it's a little bit golden brown, but I want it just a little bit more. So I'm just gonna be patient. Don't be a flipper. Don't just constantly flip. That's one thing you don't want to do. But with a griddle like this, you can actually line like a whole bunch. If you're feeding a crowd, griddles are perfect for making breakfast for a crowd like this. Okay, I'm going to flip. Oh, look at that. Nice and golden brown. You can't see it because of the lid, but let's look. I'm going to look. Look how good that looks. I'm going to leave it just a touch longer. It's not too bad. It's pretty firm, but there's just a little bit of runniness around the egg itself. I don't like any runniness in my egg at all. So, some people like sunny side up eggs, which you would have already taken it off if you would have done that. But I am one that, but if I flip it over, I'm going to lose that pretty color, that prettiness of the egg. So I'm just going to cook it this way to try to keep it so that it looks beautiful. That's my goal with this. Okay, and eggs cook very quickly. Yeah, there we go with that. So as you can see, let me get closer here to show you. But this is starting, it's white, and the actual white is coming up around the egg there. So I'm pulling this off. And as you see, the egg is sliding. And that is a good thing. You want it to, and I'm going to pull a little bit so that it will come up on the thing so I can get it off. And actually, I'm going to go. I don't want, yeah, there we go. Look how gorgeous that looks. Perfect egg. It's still, the yolk itself doesn't bother me if it's runny. It's just the white that I don't like runny. So perfectly cooked fried egg. Ooh, look at that. There we go. Fried egg, you got golden brown here. You don't want to make sure, the one thing that you want to make sure is that there's no runniness. So you need to feel like I just usually will test the spots that don't have color on them just to make sure that they're not runny, because sometimes that'll happen if it doesn't make contact with the griddle. It'll be runny, and you don't want that. You want to make sure that you have that it's done. So perfect meatless meal, French toast, cinnamon swirled French toast, and a fried egg. And I eat this for dinner, I eat this for breakfast, I eat this for lunch. All is good. So there is one recipe that I have for you. And then I'm just going to do quick, this is just going to be quick fried. And I just went in my refrigerator and kind of seeing what ingredients that I had. And that is one thing that I like to do. Sometimes it's like, just open your refrigerator and see what you can make with the ingredients that you have in the refrigerator. Don't go to the store and say, oh, I need to buy this, this. Just go in your refrigerator, go in your cupboards, and just use what you have. If you have a certain spice or oil that you haven't used before, try it. This is our favorite. We use this all the time. We actually buy directly from the company because it is something that we really like. It's olive oil, but it's a garlic and Parmesan olive oil. And we really like this for when we're doing like vegetables, and we use this for fish. When we're doing fish, another good thing to cook on the griddle is fish. Fish is a very healthy thing to use. And so I made the fried rice the other day, and I used the broccoli. No, I keep on saying broccoli. I used zucchini and yellow squash. And so I just had I had more than what I wanted. So I'm just going to use that I had up in the refrigerator, spread it out. And so then I was looking, and we made fish tacos the other day. My daughter wanted fish tacos. So we deep fried some walleye that we had, and she bought this for the tacos. So I'm going to use some of this in there. Just tomatoes, onions. What else is in there? It's pico de gallo. It's already pre-cut up. And I'm just going to add just a little bit. I'm not going to add it all. It'll just give it a little bit more flavor. I want to say there's peppers in there. And then another thing that I have that I like to use is this butter. I buy all different varieties. I've tried all different kinds of this, but this is seasoned butter. And I've actually made this on my own by just taking softened butter and then just mixing in like crushed garlic and Parmesan and the spices that I like. You can make your own. But this is super easy, just buying it. This is a Parmesan, garlic, and basil butter is what this is. And you get this in the butter section. There's actually, in our store, they've come out with quite a few different brands of this. And so I'm just taking just a little bit. I'm not going to use it a lot. And just put on there. It's going to add different flavor to it. And, it'll combine with the olive oil and just be yummy good. And basically you just let this saute, and what I had originally planned was to take and saute up some vegetables like this, and I was going to add some leftover pasta that I had. We made spaghetti the other day, and so I was going to use some of that pasta and just kind of cook it and mix it all in together to make a dish, and it would be a meatless meal. But my husband ate all the spaghetti pasta on me, and so, which I guess is a good thing. It's not left over in the fridge, but I really was bummed when I went to go make this and there was no pasta, and I didn't have time. Wasn't gonna go cook up any pasta, but so this is just awesome to make like a really cook. This would be like a really good lunch, or to pair with something like a fish. If you want to do like a fish with this, for a meatless meal, you can do that. And basically just let it cook. I can smell the butter cooking in here. And you kind of want to just let it brown. It actually has really nice color to it. I really like it. And if I had a camera, I would take a picture of it because it's really, really pretty. The colors, the yellows, the greens, the tomatoes, the reds in there, super, super awesome. So do you guys have any meatless meals that you guys love? Just put in the comments. And if there's something that you like to make, and especially if it's on the griddle, bonus points for that. But another one that I was thinking of, a meatless meal that I've done, a meatless recipe, is potato pancakes. That was one thing my husband really, when we first were together, he used to like to make potato pancakes during Lent, during the Lenten season. So usually on a Friday, we would make, the potato pancakes, and it's something we haven't made in a while. So I'm going to have to figure it out. I know my daughter and her boyfriend made some. They made like a savory potato pancake not too long ago. I didn't get a chance to try it. They just showed me like the ingredients of it. But that is something too that you could easily whip up and make on the griddle like this. So the possibilities are endless. I have done, what else other meals have I done? I've done like you can do like an Alfredo sauce, and I've actually done a recipe where it's a chicken Alfredo, but you could swap it out and use shrimp in it, or you can just do just the pasta and the sauce. An Alfredo sauce would be really good to do for a meatless meal. It's something that's really, I think we've had that before. And it's super easy to make your own sauce. It's a lot of times we will have, I make my own sauce because it's super easy. I learned it from my mom, but I make it because I usually will have the ingredients for the sauce, but I don't have the jar sauce. And we've tried the jar sauce and nothing compares to the homemade after we've learned how to make the homemade. And so once you start making homemade like that, it's a lot of times you don't really go back to the jarred. So look I'm getting nice brown, golden brown color. And so season, I'm going to try it and see, because there is seasoning in the butter, there is seasoning in the sauce here. So I'm just going to try a little bit and see if I need to add more seasoning. That's one thing that I have a bad habit of, is I kind of over season sometimes. I need to actually test it before I like re-season stuff. Mm. 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 I'm going to add just a touch of salt and pepper on this. And I'm just going to let this cook just a little bit longer. So, let's see here. Just like that. Gonna let that go for a minute. So, anybody have any questions? Do you is there recipes that you want me to make? Like if there's something that you have been wanting and you're not quite sure how to do it, please take and post in the comments, and I will either pull out a recipe and make it or try to figure out how to make it if I've never made it. There's been a few times when I have just, I have in the back of my mind, oh, I really need to make that, or I should make that, or I would really like to make that, but it just doesn't happen. And so if you guys put it in the comments, then it's something that I really need to do. So, or need to figure out how to make it. But let's see what else we have. So I want to mention my course. I have a My Griddle Secrets course that you can take and learn all about the griddle. If you don't have a griddle, this is a perfect place for you to start, where I walk you through how to set up your griddle, how to season the griddle. There's a lot of people that get a griddle and don't season it, and then they are struggling. They didn't realize that they needed to season it. I can even show you how to, if you've used your griddle and not seasoned it, I can show you how to clean it up and then go back and season it. I have that on there. What else is on there? So I have all kinds of recipes. I have the accessories that I suggest that you get, and some accessories that I got that I don't use. And I am honest with, I like it, but this is why I don't really use it. I might do it a different way or might cook something a little bit different. But if you're thinking about getting a griddle, this is a perfect place for you to start. You can go on mygriddlesecrets.com, and it is a course, a membership that I have that you can sign up for, and I will walk you through different stuff, and I will even teach you like different recipes, from how to chop the vegetables, how to properly get prepped up, and prepare to make the recipe step by step. So we can actually work side by side. You can work and watch the video, and I will tell you, like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to, okay, now let's go out and preheat the griddle, and get the griddle ready, and we'll cook it up. And I walk you through step by step on that. So I have my cookbook, my recipes for the Blackstone Griddle cookbook. I have the digital version and I have the printed version. You can go on my website, frommichigantothetable.com, or you can go on mygriddlesecrets.com and you can get that there. So let's take a look at our cooked vegetables. Look how beautiful. Look at the color of them. They are perfect. We got some golden brownness of them. Perfect, perfect. I'm going to take it off. I think we're all done. I'm going to shut my griddle off. So I held it down until you heard that, the noise, the beeping noise on that. I'm just going to remove that from the griddle. Just like that. And there you go. Sauteed vegetables. You can do any assortment of different ones. You can do like corn. You can do, I was just thinking when I was making this, I'm like, excuse me, sauteed corn would be perfect on the griddle. So there you go. That is that. Another meatless meal that you can do, or a side that you can do with another part of a recipe. So super easy. I'm gonna just try a little bit. It looks so delicious. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I hope this gives you ideas for meatless meals, whether it's a meatless Monday or whether it's no meat. I don't know if they no meat Thursday, or there's different days that you try not to have a meat, or to save money. Just for saving money, this is a perfect way to cut back and use what you have in your refrigerator and just saute some stuff up, and boom, you have a meal. So I hope you guys like this. I hope you have a great day, and watch my other videos. Subscribe to my page. This is my 100th video. I made it to 100 videos. So I have all kinds of videos out there for you to watch. I hope you guys have a great evening, and we will see you later. Bye.